Blacksmith is up to today.
Hey, welcome to the Blacksmith Shop. Step outside for a second. I'll open up the window so you can see. Well, I'm glad you're here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the stuff that we've been working on here. And I just finished turning off the forge. So the forge isn't operating, but I've been working on a chisel. Got a little antique grinder hand crank. And I would use something like this for etching this beautiful rose, the veins in the rose. Something like this we would use to actually hammer and make little leaves, decorative leaves, or a nice beautiful little rose here, something that we would make here at the Blacksmith Shop. Some of the other things that we make here are like frying pans, door handles, hinges for gates. The Blacksmith Shop here at Yesteryear Village is from 1930 by the town of Gulfview. It was a barn and it was moved here to be used as a blacksmith shop. A lot of stuff, most of the machinery and equipment that we have in here is pre-1940. Some of it is well over 100 years old. This drill press here was from 1907, so it's 113 years old. Still functions today. We use this a lot to drill holes and things that we make. We use a little antique oiler to all the holes. If you want to see an original cordless drill, this is an antique drill before they ever had batteries. Moving over here, this is a screw press or fly press. And what you would do is you would put your material in here. We don't have a die in here at the moment, but this frying pan that we made is actually put in there, and that's how we put a round die in here, and then we really press, once this is really hot, we would press the edges to give the nice curved surface. So as you turn, you can see this drops down, all right, with a lot of pressure, and we can adjust the height and how far, and the depth of how far we want to go down. And one of the most important pieces of equipment that a blacksmith has is the forge. This is where we heat up all our metal and material, and once we get it to a really soft temperature, then we can move over to the anvil and shape it up into whatever we want. The forge itself, we like to work at a temperature of 2,400 degrees, right? Melting temperature of steel is 2,800 degrees. And if we let the steel stay in there too long, it'll actually start to burn. One thing I want to see, like I said, I just finished this before. This is actually a clinker. So this is some of the leftover junk from the forging process. And this is the clinker, and a lot of times when some steel burns and it melts, it actually drips down and plugs up the forge. So we're constantly having to clean the forge out from these clinkers. Once we have our material, then we would take it over to the most important thing of all, the anvil. Okay, the anvil is where we shape everything. We can bend it, mold it, squish it, flatten it, draw it out, which means to stretch. And this is the anvil. If you've ever wondered what an anvil sounds like, all right. If you ever heard of the anvil ring, that's the sound of an anvil. All right. This anvil here is a mouse hole anvil from 1891. It's 165 pounds, so you don't want to drop this on your foot. There's so much cool stuff here to show you at the Blacksmith Shop, but unfortunately there's not enough time. So the next time you come by, spend a little more time here, and I'll be willing to answer any questions you might have. I'll show you a lot of really cool stuff. One thing I do want to show you is our 1917 Moloch power hammer. Right? Blacksmithing is a very tiresome, grueling trade, and when I get tired, the nice thing about a power hammer is sort of does a lot of the hammering for me. So